Alrighty, welcome everybody. We're live once again. Good 204. I'm Matt Kibalowski, your host slash presenter slash producer slash editor slash writer, all the above. And I got two colleagues of mine that happen to be available today. Mr. Eric Blude, why don't we welcome you first?
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm not sure why I'm on this podcast or in this league after my 3-7 record, but still happy to be here.
Thank you. Andrew?
Live from beautiful West Lafayette, Indiana. My team still sucks, so that's not cool.
Alrighty, thank you for that. Let's just a quick review of everybody. All three of us on this panel, I like to refer to us as a panel, lost. Eric, why don't we kind of get that going a little bit, some of those stats up. I don't know, do you got any quick thoughts before we just dive into the stuff real fast? Nope, okay.
We're just not very good.
All
Yeah, I
right.
don't know why our opinions even mean anything if we can't even win games in this fantasy football league.
Yeah, you're right. All right, let's just start with the first game here. Eric, you versus your mom's favorite team, our commish, the most colluding commish, the most unethical, immoral person I have known in fantasy to date, Mr. Joe Gramsey. Eric, why don't you start us off with this game?
Sure. Yeah, like Kip said, it was a matchup between myself and the commish. I had a lot of confidence coming into this game. I thought my team was on a heater, and I also thought with the addition of some of Price's players in our trade that I thought I'd win this. But I couldn't be more wrong. I scored a pitiful 79 points. Joe put up more than 100. Jimmy Graham, my big free agent acquisition, sucked dick. Scored 1 point. I lost to an unethical, unmoral, whatever else Kib said, commish, and I can't live with myself anymore. Price?
Andrew?
Yeah, not much to be said here. I'm trying to figure out what your picture is. What's that say? I can't read it. It's too small.
I'm going to get a little zoom. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Just probably how we're all feeling today. Your picture sums that up.
Yep.
I think the latter for all of us. Actually, I just think it's both. Nothing really needs to be said. Cheaters win, as you see. Winners cheat, players play, and colluders end up on top. And Joe got a nice W, put himself right back in playoff position. Good for him.
It's a great quote by a great man. Andrew Price just quoted, yours truly. Yeah, I don't have much else to say, but it looked good for you off the gate. And your acquisitions, like you said, did not pan out the way you wanted them to pan out.
No, it didn't. And like what Price said, winners cheat and cheaters win in this league, which is bullshit. It's just bullshit. This league's bullshit. That's bullshit. This is bullshit.
Do you think it's bullshit?
All right, next game. We have Mr. Matt Gibson versus the lovely and darling of a team, Ryan Hutchinson. Andrew.
Why would you say lovely? You guys all.
Are you gay?
You guys all hate Hutch. Why is he lovely and darling all of a sudden?
I don't know what you're talking about. Why don't we just start with you?
This goes back to that Megan has his balls thing, Price, from last week.
Yeah, maybe. But anyways, matchup here of the two best teams in our league. No one rides the Hutch bandwagon harder than me. You guys all know that, and he just showed why he's the best in the league. I'm so pro Hutch at this point. Love his new confidence. Love his new attitude. It's starting to carry over into all aspects of his life because his fantasy team's good. I couldn't cheer for someone else in the league more than I cheer for Ryan Hutchinson. We are Marshall. Stupid picture, stupid name, but so pro Hutch. It's not even funny. Big win for him. First place right now in the Salisbury division, like I predicted. May not be able to run my own team, but I know a good team when I see it, and Hutch has got it, and I love where his team's at.
Eric?
Yeah, I know we gave Hutch a lot of shit and a lot of heat last week for that whole Calvin Johnson trade. And he put up 8 points, but man, the guy still puts up numbers. He's running his team well. He's got the two best running backs.
Is that something you're coming around on Hutch?
Huh?
Are you coming around on Hutch?
I think I am. I mean, he's He's rubbing it in my face.
Yeah, it can't feel good on your end. Me and him don't have a rivalry. I just cheer for him. I kind of want him to win the league more than I want to win myself, to be honest.
Yeah. I hope Kip's checking on that pizza right now.
All right. Yeah, I didn't have much to go with on this game. Hutch Hutch pulls the martyr all the time on Sunday, saying, "Oh, he's going to lose. He's going to lose. He's going to lose. He's going to lose."
No, he doesn't.
He comes out on top. He scores 115 points. That's pretty good. I mean, that's going to win you every week.
No, Kyle's the martyr.
Yeah.
Hutch says
I'm
he's
going
going
to
to win.
Price.
Hutch says he's going to win every week now. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah, Hutch has the utmost confidence in his team. He has supreme confidence.
He does, but then he pulls that, like I said, then like all day on Sunday, he'll be like, "Oh, I'm going to lose. Gibson's going to get like 30 points out of Eifert." Well, that doesn't happen, and he tries to pull that, and he's trying to pull a fast one on us. So I don't like it.
No fast one was pulled on me. I knew he was going to win.
The jealousy is unreal there.
Next game. We got Bells Oberon, worst name versus Team Gramsci. The other guy, two worst names again. Nothing really needs to be said about those. Eric, what do you got?
Yeah, Mike. Wow, only puts up 67 points. That's surprising. 0 from James Jones. Definitely can blame Rogers for that one. The other guy wins with 100. Don't really like the other guy. Don't know him personally, nor do I want to know him personally. But yeah, that's all I got.
The other guy winning without Julio and Devontae Freeman against what you guys say is the best team in your league just shows you how much better my side is than yours.
He's the best team in our league, but go ahead.
He's definitely not the best team in our league. It's Hutch at this point.
Yeah, but earlier you all said Mike was the best. You all are on record saying Mike's probably the best team in your league.
Yeah, like 3 weeks
I need to see the tape.
Don't give it. Well, now that you're changing it,
New
you can't give Hutch any credit until it serves your league right now. Oh yeah, now Hutch is a good team. Enough of that.
I don't think he's a good team.
Needed Mike to win to help me out because it's all about me. And he didn't let me down. Nothing really needs to be said. I'll get my ass beat by the other guy now that he has Julio and Devontae back. We'll get into that later. Yeah, Mike, disappointing from you this week.
Yeah, the other guy, like just going off what Andrew said, is if he wins with his two best players out, that's pretty shocking, and that's pretty that should put a fire underneath everybody's butt in your guys' division, Andrew, because that's gonna be tough to beat if he can beat people without his two best players. Let's go next matchup. We had who do we have?
You.
Me.
Yeah, Kib. Wow, dude, I didn't think anyone could lose to Jonah, and you pulled that off.
Me versus Jonah. Yeah, it was a good game.
Nice logo.
Not saying I don't know. It was just new name. Just a good game overall. Andrew, I would just go to you. I'll be last in this.
Well, are you giving up? Are you done? You're playing Kyle's role now as the martyr, and next year, yeah, I'm all in for my other league, or next year, that's you now? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I always have a new name every week. I don't know where that's coming from. It's just a new name. Just want to see if I could work with it. Just a new name.
All right. Well, it sounds pretty martyrous. You called Hutch out for being a huge martyr, and you called Kyle out for he's in his other league, and then you put that up there. It seems pretty hypocritical. The game itself, yeah. If I had to vote somebody, if we wanted to go down to an 8-team league, it'd be the other guy, and Jonah would go ahead and leave. They really are useless, and you lost to that guy, so that can't feel good. Yeah, nothing really more I have about this. Didn't really follow it until the end. Kyle let me know that you were on the verge of losing, so our house sort of tuned in and watched you lose. Kind of nice to see you lose, but never like to see Jonah win, so didn't really care.
Eric?
Yeah, I second all that. As far as your name goes, Kib, you seem to come up with a shit ton of different names, probably like 2 a week. And I'm just wondering if you could, kind of outsource that advice of yours to maybe Hutch, maybe the Mikes, maybe the other guys in the league, and kind of get their names better. Spread the love a little bit and kind of diversify, the names in the league, because theirs suck. And you have a few decent ones, but you seem to be hogging all the names, and I feel like you should be helping them out.
Well, we're not giving Kib any credit for this name. It's the martyr role that he rips on people for.
I'm not saying the ideas are good. I'm just saying he has a lot of them, and they're all better than We Are Marshall and Bells Oberon and Team Gramsci. So
yeah, maybe.
Anyways, about the game, Jonah squeaked this out, 2 points. Wow, that's close. Still don't know how you lost to Jonah, kid. That's not good. I beat him, and I suck. Actually beat him twice. But yeah, Antonio Brown actually looks like he paid off as a number one draft pick for once with 27 points. Who else does he have here? Yeah. Fitzpatrick, Magic Fitz, whatever the hell his name is, he did pretty well. But yeah. So Jonah squeaks it out. That's probably the last game he'll win this whole year. But on to the next.
Kyle, right? Is that the bet with you guys?
What was that?
Didn't you bet him that, or was that Hutch who bet him that Jonah would beat Kyle?
I think Hutch better than that. I bet Kyle that I'd have a better record than him, or at least tied or better record at the end of the year. Looks like it's going to be it's going to be tough.
Yeah, I looked down there.
I mean, just going after my a little bit about this game is it was a good game. It was probably one of the better games of the season, literally coming down to a Monday night wire. Even the Monday night game came down to that wire, and I needed A.J. Green to get 10 yards for me to secure the win, and he unfortunately fumbles.
Yeah, we've never seen it. That was the best game of the year.
The reason why I lost that game. I'm not pointing fingers, but that was probably the biggest reason. He fumbled it. That's -2. It's a tie game. Tiebreaker goes to me, but like my good friend, my good friends. I'm sorry, say Rafiki and Jim Harbaugh say, either you can, you make a mistake in the past, you either can, learn from it and embrace it and then move on. So that's, some wise words. I like
Did you just
my good friend Jim Harbaugh and Rafiki.
Did you just equate Jim Harbaugh and Rafiki, or did they both say this at different times? Or were they together when they said this? I like to get their picture.
I don't know. You'd have to kind of look at that.
You wouldn't win the tiebreaker either.
They're just two friends of mine that I like to look back and look up to all the time.
You didn't have the tie. There's no tiebreaker. So
alrighty.
There's no tiebreaker.
We'll move on to the next game.
You look up to a monkey in a khakis wearing 55-year-old. Okay, no, I see.
He's quoting tiebreakers that don't exist, too.
Yeah, actually, I was told that we do have tiebreakers that do exist. So.
All right, let's move on.
Oh, you got some wrong information.
Price, did you really lose? Oh,
I asked our lovely colluding commissioner himself, and he did say.
All right, let's move on.
Tell you that you trust what he says?
I do not. Alrighty. Next game on our schedule, we had All In for My Other League versus STL Ram This D Down Your Throat. Andrew, let's start with you. Eric, I'm going to check your pizza.
Thank you.
Yeah. I thought if I was going to get blown out like this, maybe it would be because of Joe Flacco, but it looks like the rest of my team combined maybe got to Joe Flacco's total. My team sucks. I'm not hiding from that. I'm overrated. I have one of the best records in the league, but my points scored are always bad. I know you got to beat who you play, and I'm not trying to be the martyr like Kibb's whiny ass and what Kyle does and what Kibb says Hutch does. I still don't see it, so for now, I guess I still won't take Kibb's.
Thank you. Getting a little PTI treatment. So Price only scores 51 points here. What? I don't get that. You're starting Eric Ebron. He's not even a good player, and I'm a Lions fan.
Fuck you, Kibb. I'm on you to get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. Yeah. What I was saying was, it's just facts. I don't like to play the role of martyr like they do, so I'm a facts guy, and facts say that, yeah, my team's not that great. That's just facts.
I didn't mean to do that time. That was not meant that time. Just.
All right. That was muted me that time. I'm giving anyone authority to do anything in this podcast now, which that's great. Yeah, not only are we starting to lose now in fantasy, we're starting to lose in the podcast game with this sort of muting going on, freedom of speech. You're pretty much the Missouri protesters right now because you don't want people to have freedom of speech. That's what you two are. You two need to go get your picket signs and go stand by class of 1950 and should have been going right along with the chance. That's both of you. As for the actual game,
we all three were there.
Alrighty. Let's move on to the game. Andrew, thoughts about the game that you and Kyle were in?
Yeah, Kyle beat me. I have never beaten Kyle or Gibson. I think in 2 years I'm 0-8, but only one of us has made it to a championship, so I would take both losses every day if it means I win. But my team's not that great. Yeah, Kyle's team's not very good either, so it was a nice matchup, but not a good day for me.
Yeah, considering Price got 3 different segments of talk there, I'm gonna get one here. Really was hoping.
You broke up my conversation into segments when you asshole.
Sorry, I broke up your third segment.
Now it's 4. Now it's 4.
Go about the game.
So, Price, I was really hoping you were going to win this one. I had $10 riding on this. I needed Kyle to lose. I don't know how anyone can win a game with 66 points. That's terrible. I'm really disgraced in our league, myself, everyone, because that's not acceptable. We're all better fantasy owners than that. I'm also happy to say that all the players I traded at Price did pretty shitty, so I'm kind of happy about that. That gives me a little solace.
They did better than Graham.
Yeah, true. But yeah, true.
Everybody sucks.
Yeah, this league's awful.
We suck.
Let's go home.
Yeah.
Move on. Next topic.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just what you two said. It was just a low-scoring game. Andrew, I mean, that kind of stinks that you haven't beat your roommates. I didn't know that fact. That's a big fact that you pulled out.
Huge fact.
Yeah, but like I said, I've made it farther in the playoffs than them every year, so I'd take that every time.
Yeah, I would too. Alrighty. Why don't we just quickly do a quick question? What Mr. Luchkowski kind of why ask questions if you don't watch to hear the answers? Anybody else kind of want to start with that and divulge?
Turtleneck.
Yeah, thank you. I feel like everyone should watch the podcast. I feel like that's just asinine not to watch it, especially when this is great coverage. This week might be a down week, but I feel like the podcast
is sky high all the time.
Yeah,
this might be our best week so far. Don't want to change it halfway.
We get great ratings from everything that I've read in the newspapers and online, and then BBC and all that. We've been getting great ratings, so I don't know why Kyle wouldn't watch.
The question itself, though, why ask the questions? You shouldn't. So maybe keep your mouth shut if you don't like the question. The answer to the question is you shouldn't. So maybe that'll be your last one. I don't know. Maybe you won't listen to this and ask another one, which will be a waste of everyone's time. So yeah, you shouldn't. Kib?
Yeah, I mean he's done his act of where he's not gonna write a note anymore. I think he's just getting mad because other people have better things to say than he does all the time. So I think that's kind of the road he's going down. And he's just having an off year in fantasy. I think that's kind of why he's just pissed that he's having an off year. He's not gonna make the playoffs. He's gonna play that martyr role like potentially I am, kind of who I am. And that's just the role he's taken. And we'll see. He'll probably make the playoffs with knowing Kyle. So
I doubt it. He's not going to beat the other guy or Gibson, and I guess we might have 3 players in. So I don't know how to type in this thing. So
okay. Moving on, Eric. Let's go with the next week's preview.
Sure thing. All right, we got Bells Oberon versus myself. I'll give a little quick preview here.
Never mind. Yeah, why don't we just start with you, Eric?
Yeah, I'll start with this. I changed my name kind of to symbolize my feelings toward my team. I had a lot of confidence last week. After halfway through Sunday, I saw all my players scored 1 point in the first game. My confidence immediately wavered. So yeah, my team is now never mind because that was all false confidence, like some of you guys stated. I'm playing Mike. It's a winnable game. It's not completely out of it. Hopefully I get some good waiver pickups. Probably won't, but we'll see what happens. It's fantasy. It's all luck. Anything can happen.
Andrew?
Yeah, Mike's probably going to win. Fluid, your team's probably going to score about 60 to 70 points. And that's just how it's going to be. Don't really see any way that... Thank you. Oh, no, it's gone. But, yeah, I don't even need to look at the matchups, to be honest. I know the teams. Yeah, Mike's probably going to win. Don't really have any real analysis other than it's Plude versus Mike. So.
Yeah. I like Mike as well, simply on the fact, even though he did have a big injury in Edelman that went down this week, but just matchups and the players that he's playing, like their opponents, like Marshawn Lynch for San Francisco, DeMarco Murray versus the Buccaneers, his backs have good matchups. So you got to go with Mike. It just feels right to go with him this week.
Yeah, and another thing to point out, two of my better players, in Odell Beckham and D'Angelo Williams, two of my hiring scorers, are both on buys, leaving me to
it's over. Didn't know it's over.
Oh, yeah, leaving me to start Carlos Williams and Odell Green Beckham.
Hey, maybe 60 to 70 to 50 to 60 range in points now since those two are out.
Yeah.
But if you look at the stats here, Mike and I have had some pretty close weeks, so.
Okay, I see it. You
got to look at the statistical analysis.
Yeah, you do. Alrighty. Next game. We have Eric. A nice name change, by the way. It was good. A good one.
Thank you.
Next.
I like to think I spice up my team names, unlike some people in the league. Bell's over on.
Yeah. Next game we got Will Collude for Money, Jonah versus We Are Marshall and Hutch. Andrew, let's start with you.
I don't even want to give Jonah the satisfaction of talking about his team. Hutch is the best in the league right now. Hutch wins huge.
Eric?
Yeah, Jonah pulled off an upset last week, so I'm kind of hesitant to just blindly pick Hutch, even though I kind of want to. Hutch still has more projected points than him, and he hasn't replaced two guys on a bye. Must have picked up that tactic from Price. But you got to give this one to Hutch.
Yeah. The waiver wires still haven't gone through yet, so that's probably what Hutch is waiting for. But yeah, Jonas doesn't have Antonio Brown, who's been going off these last 2 weeks. That hurts him significantly. Hutch, just kind of like Mike's team's got two great backs. He's just going to ride those, looks like, all the way through the playoffs. Got to go with Hutch, just on pure matchups again. Ready. Next game.
We're unanimous so far, first two games?
It is unanimous.
Yeah.
Eric even picked Mike over himself.
That hurt.
Eric's at least.
We got Gibson versus Kyle. Another roommate rivalry. Andrew, since you're kind of over there all the time, and is there some animosity, some tension building up between these two that you can see?
There will be. I look forward to it. I want to see them actually get mad at each other. I'm probably going to poke the fire, stoke the fire, poke the bear, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to try and get them at fisticuffs, and I hope it happens. That's good for the league. Hopefully they go at it. I think Gibson's going to win. Kyle's just, like you saw last week, not very good. Gibson's probably him or the other guy, the best two teams in our league, so can't really pick against him here. Gibson wins in decisive fashion.
Eric?
Yeah, and I'm just going to do the quick analysis here, looking at this comparison box in the middle that we seem to always overlook. Gibson has more green checks than Kyle does, which means his matchups are better. So I'm going to have to go with Gib.
Great analysis.
On just pure check marks, I like it.
Pure check marks, I give it to the...
Real quick, though, Gibson's best two players, arguably, with the two Denver receivers. What's going to happen there with Peyton is...
Yeah.
Who's the backup coming in? Is it Brock Osweiler?
Osweiler.
Yeah. I don't really have a lot of faith in Osweiler. I know he's like 7'2", so maybe that helps seeing over the line. But I still got to give it to Gibson.
Those backups, though, they tend to lean on their best players, and so I feel like Demarius
That's true.
is going to get a lot of targets.
That's true. Demarius is a big target, too, which I think, you know how they always say a tight end is a quarterback's best friend. Demarius is built like one, so maybe that comment applies to this situation. But I also want Gib to win because my $10 is riding on this, so I really need some help here.
Yeah, you need Kyle to lose out, and he plays Jonah, so good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of like piggybacking off what Price said, you know, that's going to hurt Gibson a lot. I mean, it's not like Demarius and Emmanuel Sanders were putting up fantastic, great numbers all year, but you know, even the backup quarterback, I don't have much trust in those two receivers down the stretch. you never know. Gibson might be looking for a trade here soon, maybe to upgrade his receiver spot. Who knows? He might. I would do it. I would think about it, at least if I were in his position. But he also is first in your guys' division, so maybe he knows more than he obviously knows better than I do.
Hey, Kip, I just want to point something out here. Is Kyle starting someone that is the 95th ranked player at his position?
Yes, that is Brandon LaFell. He feels that the Julian Edelman injury will propel LaFell into a new stratosphere than he already is in.
Well, LaFell's got hands of bricks, so good luck.
Well, Kip, there's only one stratosphere, so hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yeah, it'd be different if there was more than one stratosphere, but
could be propelled all the way to Venus in their stratosphere. That'd be interesting.
You never know. All right.
Yeah.
All right, next game. Or got anything else on that game? All right.
Okay, next one here.
Why am I always last?
You're always first.
Yeah, you've been first the last couple weeks.
That's just not true.
Alrighty, my matchup. It's me champions. It's a champions rematch from early in the year.
It's not champions. You're not my champion. It's
champion.
a champion versus a guy who didn't make the playoffs last year.
A couple champions. I'll start with you, Eric. What do you got for this matchup?
Yeah, kind of just going off what Price just said right there. Price, didn't we kind of decide that first year was more like a preseason to this whole fantasy football league? I think there's some talk.
The people here weren't even in that league, so I don't know how it's.
So it's like when the Lions went 4-0.
That's a guy who lives in the past, like those Cowboys fans who had the glory days back when the Cowboys were good, and now they don't win anything. That's Kid.
So it's like when the Lions went 4-0 in the preseason and then went 0-16 the actual season.
Yeah, that's Kib's team right there.
Okay. All right. Well, to the actual analysis here, we got the dirty, filthy, unethical, and immoral commish versus Kib. He's got some Cracker Jacks. Looks like. I don't know what to think about this one. Joe hasn't put in his kicker yet, and he'll probably have more projected points when he does. Romo's back. That's good for Kib.
Is it?
Maybe. Who else was he? Roethlis? Maybe it'll hurt him. Who knows? But it'll help Des Bryant, I think, if anything. James Stark sucks. I'm going to give it to Joe. Jonathan Stewart's been playing well. Cooper's been doing all right. Russell Wilson got called out by Marshawn Lynch's agent over Twitter. That was kind of funny.
Well, what happened there? I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah. Marshawn's agent called him out on Twitter and said, basically, you suck. He said, pick it up, Russ. So maybe that means he'll pick it up this week because he'll be so pissed off, and hopefully that propels him to be Kib, making my analysis actually pan out.
So you're going with Joe?
Andrew?
You go with Joe, Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah, just looking at it here. Yeah, Kib's team's really overrated. I think his is like mine. You got some nice names on your team, but they're not very good. Like Randall Cobb, Des Bryant, Tony Romo. They sound good, just like my team has names that sound good. We'll get into that. But
sounds good.
They're not very good. So, yeah, cheaters win, like we said. Joe, I hate to keep agreeing with everyone else, even though you guys agree with me, too. So, yeah, I'm agreeing with Eric. Joe,
it's a very collaborative environment here.
Your mom's favorite team wins.
Yeah, the big name is, that's just a great way to put it. Big names not performing up to the level that they should. I trust I trust the coaching, the GM, and the owner of this team. I guess they're all myself. I just trust we put the right people in place, so later down the road we can potentially get into the right spot.
That sounds like Jerry Jones.
I'm a Jerry Jones guy. I love him. I'm in a tough spot. I'm not high in points. I'm kind of middle of the road in points. I'm tied with a lot of people that have more than points than me. I need a lot of help to even get back into the discussion of playoffs. But this is a win. This is a must-win week. Obviously.
For both of you, you have to. Whoever loses this game is done.
Yeah, but just a must-win, and I gotta put up a lot of points, and obviously I gotta ask for other people to lose and not put up a lot of points. I mean, that's with everybody, but that's just me just taking it to another level. I just need to take my team needs to take another step to another level. And I'm on a 3-game losing streak, but these last 5 weeks, 6 weeks have been.
Land the plane.
Huh?
Yeah, I got 2 points.
Land the plane. Wait, he still hasn't even picked who he thinks is going to win.
You want another hour of podcast here? I mean, come on.
You quickly butted in. I was about to get it wrapped up here. All right. I mean,
Who do you got?
Emergency
I
landing.
got myself in this one because I think I'm diving back to my with my Jim Harbaugh quote. You know, you gotta.
I thought it was a Rafiki quote.
You gotta embrace it, and that's what we're learning from it. And we're gonna get better from it. So.
3 things. Now, Kib, were you referencing the worms with machine guns quote?
I have not referenced that. You did.
2, I think this matchup for you guys is more of a must-win than World War II was. This is huge. And then 3, I also think we can expect a name change from Joe. Hopefully something kind of portraying the whole cheaters win, cheaters whatever thing. And he'll probably pick that up on the podcast.
Lose collude.
Yeah, I think he'll change his name here. That's my only prediction. But I'm going to give it to Joe again.
Alrighty.
All right, last game here.
Last game, we got Mr. Price, one of our colleagues, versus the other guy. Two teams that are tied at the top of their divisions. 2 teams that would love to get a win here, and a lot of projected points. Andrew, let's just start with you.
Yeah, my projections are pretty high this week. Still not as high as the other guy. McFadden at 16. Don't really see. I know Romo's back should help him out, but 16 seems like a little too high of a number. Yeah, I like the team. Like I said on paper, I got Alshon Jeffrey. I got Crabtree. I got Murray. I got Forte who's on the bench. Obviously he's hurt, but like these big names who I want to be. I hear a lot of echo right now, but they should be good. And they just underperform every week. You got Matt Ryan playing against the Colts. I would think, that's great for me, but he's got Freeman and Julio Jones against the Colts, so I don't really think I have a chance going up against that. They're both going to probably have monster weeks. Unfortunately for my Colts team and my fantasy team, like I said, my team's just right now we're not that good. It's all about when you get hot, though. Hopefully that comes later, but now I have to reluctantly pick the other guy to win.
Eric?
Yeah, I think Price, your hot streak already happened earlier this year with that whole 6-0 thing. I think a big thing to point out with all your players is the matchups. You got Matt Ryan playing Indy. They're not really a they're
a first-place team, so I don't know how you could say that.
In the worst division. Okay, with Crabtree playing Detroit. Crabtree playing Detroit, that's a good matchup for him. Yeah, you'll probably put up a lot of points. Probably won't beat the other guy, though. I'm going to have to go other guy at this one.
The other guy, he's got running backs galore. I think I'm always going back to that point. That's a good thing to have in this league. You need a big game out of Ebron, out of your tight end spot. I think that's if you can get at least 10 out of him Price. I think that will propel you into a win. I think that's your most important spot on your team right now. And like you said, McFadden, that's a surprising projection from ESPN. I was kind of surprised with that. I'm going to go with you on an upset here in another low-scoring game like you did Eric, if you could just scroll down, or you have it right there actually. Your last time you guys played was 71-56, another low-scoring game. I kind of have a good feeling that's going to be another low-scoring game out of you two.
I couldn't disagree more with the low-scoring. He might score more points this week with his 2 Falcons players than he did the first week he played me.
The first time he played you, he scored. Oh, wow. Yeah, that'd be a heck of an amount of points if he did that. That'd be a lot. Eric, or you guys got anything else on that?
You said Ebron needs to score more than 10 points. I don't know if he's ever scored 10 points total in his career. He's not good. So that's going to be a stretch for you, Price.
Very false statement. But I guess, diving into the email box, let me check here. For some closing remarks. Scrolling down here. At this point in the season, from a fan from Philadelphia, he wants to know what is your guys' top 4 teams, if the season had to end today, who was in the playoffs? Eric.
Season.
Is it real football or fantasy?
Fantasy. Who would you be your 4?
Well, I'm still gonna go Gibson. I think he's got it. I got to give it to Hutch. I think the other 2 spots are really a toss-up. I'd like to say Price makes it, but I don't think he's got the firepower and the staying power to make that happen. So I give it to Hutch. Like I said, Hutch, Gibb, Joe because he's cheating, and actually, I'll give the other one to Price.
Price?
I don't know how you don't pick the other guy.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
I was going to say that because his team's pretty good.
The other guy, Gibson, Hutch, and Price.
Who?
Wow. I go with the other guy, Gibb, Mike, and Hutch. Sorry, Price. I think by.
No, I did it because I'm not a total martyr, and my teams, like, they're not good, but I have faith. I think we're gonna win. I'm not gonna, we suck. Let me bitch and moan about my team. No, like, I'm right now. If the season ended, I'm in the playoffs. I know I have the hardest matchup this week, but who's to say I gotta write myself off. So I totally understand not putting me in. From an outside view, I probably wouldn't either. But
yeah, I think it's just for me. I'm nothing to get. I mean, it's just it always comes down to points for me, and that's kind of where I look at in the future with you and comparing teams to teams. I look at the points, and you're just not putting up the points. However, you do obviously, like you said, you have the wins, but if it comes to a tiebreaker, you're not looking too good when it comes down to a tiebreaker. That's just
tiebreaker. I'm done. So I have to.
Yeah. So this week, I think if you need to get over 100 points and to get yourself in a better spot. Even if you do lose.
No, at this point, it has to be wins. I'm too far behind in points to make it up. I haven't had like a monster week ever.
Yeah, like I think I'm in a worse position because of the ties and in wins, but I'm lower in points. So that doesn't really bode well for me. Did you guys hear any questions? I got a lot. I just quickly scrolled through here in the box. But do you guys have any other questions that you heard from other sources?
No, I got nothing.
Yeah, I heard some questions all pertaining to Jonah's team. How do you think he actually looks at his lineup an hour before game time on Sunday, or do you think he just?
I think he shouldn't be in the league.
I mean, I don't. He quickly put in Brandon Cooks the Sunday morning. So when I played him last week, that boded well for him. He scored 22. So it kind of looks like he does do that. He just looks at it quickly, on a Sunday morning, and then just lets it roll from there. So it is what it is. He wins some and he loses a lot. So
all right,
Andrew, you got anything else?
No, that's pretty much it for me.
Alrighty. Appreciate you, making an appearance here today with us. Closing remarks from you?
And it takes a real man to step in front of the screen like we all did today after taking tough beats. So I'm proud of you guys for that. Proud of myself for that. Takes a true man. So
love you guys.
Yeah, it's kind of like Charlie Sheen announcing he had AIDS today.
Right now it's just HIV.
HIV.
Give him a week.
Like 100 girls too after he got
too rich to get AIDS. Too rich to get AIDS.
Yeah, rich people don't get AIDS; they just get HIV. And he's just banging. He's still just banging hoes.
Yeah, that was savage.
That is bold.
Savage when he had HIV to still be banging other girls. That is savage.
Did these other girls know, or was it kind of just?
They didn't know. He said he didn't disclose that information until obviously now.
It's got to be illegal. There's something there has to be illegal.
Oh, there's 100 girls that are really questioning themselves and probably got tested today.
Oh my gosh, way more than that's absurd.
I'd be too scared to get tested.
Yeah, Eric, anything else other than that?
No, that's about it. Sheen's got AIDS.
Yeah.
HIV. Yeah.
Sheen's got AIDS.
Yeah, I just like to thank everybody once again for watching this podcast. We appreciate all the. I saw last week we had 350 views on last week's podcast. Appreciate it. It's growing every week, every day. I appreciate your guys' support.
Oh, hold on real quick. I do have this right here for good. This is what's going to help me get a win. If I win, I'm coming back to this statue. Get me that win. We'll move on.
Just watch your hands; they might burn.
All right, that's mean. But appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next week.
All right, see you guys.